Hi everyone, this is Tracy Chamberlain Higginbotham down here at the Women Ties Pool House on a beautiful first day of autumn, September 22nd. Today's podcast was inspired by my recent vacation to Maine and also due to the passing of the fantastic Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And the purpose of this podcast is to ask you the question, do you think that you are living a life of personal and historic significance? Before I get to the podcast, I just wanted to remind you that Women Ties for the past 15 years has been promoting, publicizing, and uniting women entrepreneurs both online and in person at events across New York State in order to help them market and brand their names and their company names and connect with women to create stronger economic ties in order to create a stronger financial network for women today and for the future. We believe very strongly in the buying and the selling power of women. So remember to put your money in the hands, the bank accounts or the PayPal accounts of women, entrepreneurs and women in business first and foremost. In doing so, you are living the Women Ties mission. Here is today's podcast. We'd love to hear comments on what you think about it after you've heard it. It's really important for us to be able to engage with our listeners, so thank you. As I traveled through winding roads from historic Burlington, Vermont, and the White Mountains of New Hampshire, eventually landing in the coastal city of Wells, Maine, founded in 1693, history met me at every landing spot. New England conjures up images of lobster, cranberries, and blueberries, a ragged coastline, tall pines, sand dunes, family vacations, and the place I've spent the most time outside of New York State with my family. But this vacation opened my eyes to the historical significance of the area from a couple experiences. 30 years ago, I officially made my maiden name my middle name because I wanted to carry my beloved last name with me through my entrepreneurial speaking and writing career. I didn't want to be lost in history like so many women are because they drop their last names when they marry, and because I was born Tracy Chamberlain in 1964. As I aged and my feminist spirit took hold, I loved that I had three names to be identified by. Not all women are known by three names, but a couple significant ones I particularly look up to do. Hillary Rodham Clinton and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. As my husband and I made our way north one day to the Joshua L. Chamberlain House and Museum in Brunswick, Maine, for a private tour to find out more about the historic legend who fought at Little Round Hill on the Gettysburg battlefield, who many say saved the day along with the 20th Maine at Gettysburg, and therefore the union of this country, I read the news of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's passing. Without much time to contemplate her legacy at the moment, I listened intently to Joshua Chamberlain's legacy of not only being a Civil War hero, but a four-time governor of Maine and president of Bowdoin College, all while living with a painful, persistent war wound. Chamberlain eventually died on a freezing day in 1914 at the age of 84, close in age to the amazing Supreme Court Justice Ginsburg's death age. After listening to this man's story of pure grit and determination, knowing he could change the world with his involvement, leadership, and actions made me proud to carry the Chamberlain name, even though I'm not directly related to his bloodline. My beloved last name had a new meaning of strength that resonated with my own life story. This reckoning was highlighted by learning of Ginsburg's passing, a feminist after my own heart, and another historic person who knew they could make a difference in their lifetime by giving their all. I'm writing this blog post today and podcasting this message today because at the beginning of the week are the perfect days to examine one's intentions, plans, and spirit to see what lies within them and motivates them every week. Instead of focusing on the small tasks at hand, every person should listen quietly for the rumbling in their soul and aching in their heart of what they want to do to make their lifetime count for something beyond themselves. A new work week isn't just a new work day. It's a chance to remember why we were on this earth and what we want to do with our time, energy, and passion to make a change. The largest lesson from these two historic figures in my mind is that they didn't know they were going to be significant in history because they were intent on following an internal unique motivation to make a difference. And then they couldn't stop, even in sickness. They kept leading a life of personal and historic significance. So what can you do today to make sure you are leading your life with both personal and historical significance? In entrepreneurial and feminist spirit, this is Tracy Chamberlain Higginbotham of Women Ties. We believe strongly in the buying power of women. You can find us at womenties.com. You can read our blog at womenties.blog, and you can search for us on social media at either Women Ties or Tracy Higginbotham. Until we meet again, please remember to buy from women first and foremost. Thank you.